everybody, once again, this is Micah Lieberman with Scope 365, Scope Summit, and really soon we all be like seeing each other at Scope. And so I was chatting with Kris Sarajian, who's on the phone from Trial B. He just got back from London, and we were talking about something that he does, which is really fun. So, Kris, we're not talking about anything technical today.
No,
Trial B does all kinds of great stuff, blah, blah, blah. That's not what we're doing. We're talking about something else that you've been doing at Scope. I participated in it as well. So tell people a little bit about the cookbook. Let's talk about it really quick. I think
sure.
it's cool.
Yeah, thanks, Micah. So, I've long been a fan of Scope and the way it brings everybody together in the US, in Europe, in our industry for so many years, since the beginning, really. Um, and similarly at Trial B, and this isn't about Trial B per se, but the ultimate goal of patient recruitment is to improve access for patients everywhere in the world to better, care and opportunities to participate in clinical trials. Um, and when it came to holiday time a few years ago, we thought, well, we could do the holiday thing and send a little gift to people. It kind of gets tricky to send our. We're kind of famous for giving away our honey at
I
Scope,
love your
right?
honey. I brought
That's
so
great.
much of that back. Yeah, I did.
Me too. I got a little stockpile. But it's people come looking for the turmeric and all that. But it's made in Canada. It's gotten a little tricky shipping that stuff internationally. Well, what else
Sorry,
can we do?
Canada. We like Kris and I. We like you. We're sport. We like Canada. Yeah.
That we do. And so we couldn't think of really something to do with that. And we thought, well, the food theme is something at the holidays that brings people together. We wanted to showcase the global nature of our industry and Trial B's team in particular. So we said, well, what if we made a team cookbook? And it was kind of a wacky, kind of fun idea, but it came together, I think, humbly, pretty well, and
It
people
did.
seem to enjoy it. And so then we did it again, and we did it again, and now it's getting bigger and bigger, and we tend to unveil it at Scope. We have actual lot, real, hard copy
Yep.
produced
Yep.
cookbooks.
And you'll
About 100
recognize
recipes
names.
this
You'll
year.
recognize
Yeah.
people in there. Yep.
Yeah. We've got friends and partners and customers from Eli Lilly and BMS and a bunch of other Inspire. A lot of good companies that exhibit or participate in Scope. So if you want to come by and get one, or we'll send one to you digitally. We're always excited about it every year.
I think it's fun. I gave you a recipe a couple of years ago for my wife's
You
family,
did.
the Salibi family, and it was a tabbouleh recipe, and my wife was so excited just to see that, and it had a little story about it. I think John from my team, John Stroop, is giving you one this year. I just think it's fun. And this is usually we're talking about trends, right? But this video is more about the cookbook, but also you and I talked about something else. At Scope, everybody there is these are serious people, these are serious challenges, but at the same time, I think one of the reasons that I enjoy Scope, even though it's extremely stressful for me because it's such a big event and everything, but I really get a big kick out of this group of people, and I think they enjoy it as well, is that there is a community vibe, right?
Yeah.
We are
Yeah.
not, I'm, I don't know what percentage of your time and my time while we're at Scope, we're actually talking about clinical research or clinical trial technology. There's a lot of time spent about how are your kids, man? What are you
Yeah.
up to? What's going on? You know,
Sure.
um, you know, and that's really important. And I want you to mention again, previous conversation, I'm pulling it in. Talk about your Swedish company, Trial B Swedish. So
Yeah.
there's something I'll let you kind of talk about it, and then I want to transition into how we'll close it out.
No,
About
sure. Yeah.
yeah,
Thanks, Micah. Yeah. The Swedish culture has a tradition called Fika, which is something that I was introduced to by working here at Trial B, and heading over to Malmo quite a bit, and which is just a lovely city. And with Fika time, you take a break in the middle of the day, could be 10 minutes, 15 longer, and you typically have some kind of a snack or pastry or coffee, and you do not talk work. And they get super annoyed at us Americans who go over there and say,
totally.
"Oh, tell me about this or that," right? It's really just a time to decompress and we've actually and to reconnect with people. Again, that theme carrying through, and food always has a great way of doing that and crossing
Mhm.
cultures and everything, right? So we bring that to Scope also. And this isn't hey, come visit our booth, but we're going to be doing Fika time a couple times a day with cinnamon buns and drinks. And look, if you're there having a bee's knees and you really want to see a demo of the honey platform, we'll show it to you. But the point is really to reconnect. And I think Scope in particular, um, unlike any other conference, has really become about that community and that reunion of people who've worked together, whether at the same company or as a vendor partner or whatever it is. And it's just a nice thing we like to do at Scope because it seems the right place to do it and bring a little
Yeah.
Sweden here to Florida.
Yeah, man, we need it. And what you and I were talking about is, Americans are very good at business. We're obviously love doing business. The business of America is business, right?
Yeah,
But at the same time, my habit is, I've lived in different places, but as a practice, well, on the weekends when I'm around town, I'm at a cocktail party, I'm at the brewery on my bike, a lot of people that are strangers, it's just they're just trying to start conversation, and they always start in the US with, "What do you do?"
yeah,
Right? And that's not always the case elsewhere, right? So I usually steer that to somewhere else. Just that's my habit. It's a weekend. I don't want to really talk about work. I want to be like, hey, what are your hobbies, man? What are you into? And I
yeah. It's
think
great.
you have to strike that balance. And what's interesting, that Scope, we're all there for business, right? But at the same time, one of my favorite quotes of all time was backstage. I think last year's keynote or the keynote before was Angela DeLuca was giving this really great story, but behind the stage, she goes, I've met most of my best friends. So like
Mm,
these people have worked together for decades. And I just dropped her name because I remember the quote from her. And it's my favorite quote of doing Scope for almost 20 years is, all my best friends are here.
mm,
That's something that makes me personally happy,
yeah.
So that's just really cool. So I'm glad you're doing the Fika. Glad you're doing the cookbook. This is fun stuff. Yeah, Kris, thanks for doing what you do, man. I'll see you really soon.
Yeah, sounds good. Really looking forward to it, Micah.
All right. Thanks, Kris.
All right. See you in Florida.